Hello, my name is Dr. Saif Sayed. I am the admin of iSmile Dental Center. We have taken this initiative of introducing videos so that you as a patient can understand dentistry in simpler terms and for you to realize what is best for your teeth and gums. In today's video, I am going to show you the most important, the most useful yet ignored part of dentistry. I am going to show you how to brush your teeth. Today I am going to talk about things that you should be keeping in your washroom, the things that are to be thrown right away. I am going to give you 5 tips on how to take care of your oral cavity at home, and I am also going to show you a demo on brushing techniques. So let's get started. Number 1. There is no alternative to brushing your teeth. Please remember that there is nothing else that can take the role of your toothbrush and paste. If you think that instead of brushing your teeth, you can use a good commercial mouthwash before you go off to sleep, then I'm sorry, you are wrong. Mouthwashes are to be used only as an adjunct to brushing, not as an alternative to brushing. Please remember this. It is okay if you are not carrying a mouthwash in your travel pouch, but make sure that you carry a small toothbrush and a paste. Number 2. A good toothbrush. Please remember that like a good broom is for a good house cleaning session, a good toothbrush is for a good toothbrushing session. Please throw away a toothbrush if it is more than 3 months old or if the bristles have flared out. There are different kinds of toothbrushes available in the market today. A soft bristled toothbrush is what I would recommend for all my patients. It is any day better than a medium or a hard. According to me, brushes which have a zigzag design or have a flexible handle are just marketing gimmicks. They really don't much help in improving your oral cavity. Number 3. Toothpaste. Any fluoridated toothpaste is good for your teeth as long as you throw it all out after your cleaning session. This is important in kids because kids love the taste and there's a high chance that they may take it in. Toothpaste with a high fluoride content is harmful if ingested. So make sure that your child's brushing technique and his session is under your supervision. Coming back to toothpaste, it is always better to avoid any herbal paste unless they have a good amount of fluoride in them. Also avoid any paste that promises brighter, better teeth with a bleach action. These pastes are not recommended for everyday use since they cause a lot of teeth damage. Use a desensitizing paste only if you have teeth sensitivity and only if your dentist recommends you to use it after a complete clinical examination. Number 4. A dental floss. If you are flossing every day, then you are on the right path. Many of us do not use a floss. There are 2 reasons for this. Number 1, we don't know how to floss, and number 2, we think that it is going to take a lot of extra time. Flossing might take just 5 minutes of your time, but it greatly improves your oral hygiene. If you do not know how to use a floss, ask your dentist. In this video, we will show you a demo on how to use a floss. Alright, let us start with the demo on brushing technique. Many people think that they know the correct brushing technique, and there are many different brushing techniques. There's no one correct technique. The following technique is one that I would recommend and advise all my patients to follow. Let's start with this. Let us assume that these are your teeth. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paste on this toothbrush. Like I mentioned in my video talk, make sure that your toothbrush is preferably soft. Hard and medium toothbrushes can do more damage than good. Make sure that your paste is fluoridated. I would always recommend Colgate, Colgate Total or Colgate Active Salt. These are your teeth. This is my toothbrush and that's the paste on top of it. That's how I start off with. I make sure that my primary motion is circular. Now there's a reason behind every motion. When I'm doing a circular motion, I ensure that all the food that is getting stuck between your teeth and your gums is basically getting disturbed. So I'm disturbing all the food particles and I'm unsettling it. There. I make sure that I do not apply a lot of force. In that way I am damaging my teeth. I make sure that the force that I am applying, the pressure that I am applying is optimum. Not too much, not too less. There. Once I'm done with the circular motion, then I try to go downward. When I do this motion, I basically push food away from the gums. So the point here is to push food away from your gums. When you do that, you make sure that the food is first getting unsettled by the circular motion and then it is getting removed from your gums. So this is how you should basically be brushing. This is not the correct technique. When you do this, you're pushing all the food into one remote corner of your mouth. Make sure that your brushing is circular and downward.